It is now Venus Day. It is 1:21 on the East Coast. Shout out to everybody getting ready for the snow. So, um, recently, as I was TikToking, this is so off topic. Well, not off topic, but just not my niche here. I normally talk about astrology for truths. And today, yesterday, I came across a TikToker who I've been watching here on TikTok from DC. He posts a lot of, throwback type of vibes in the go-go. Shout out to Solo Dreams. And he recently posted something that I had heard of but never really dug into until yesterday. And it's literally been on my mind. I haven't been able to post. I've been investigating like Scorpios do, going deep. So, back in 2001, the year, because school starts in August, back in 2001, it actually started in September. Second week into my second year of teaching ever. I graduated from college in 2000, became a teacher and pregnant the same year, moved out and got my own place, got a new car, got a whole full-time salary job, all in the year 2000 into 2001. My first daughter is born through my ex-husband, who had a daughter before mine, ours, and it was from the area that my school was in and went to my school that I taught at in 2001. Shout out to Stanton Elementary. It's not a DC public school anymore, but it's a charter school now. So because I had a small class, they gave me a class that was walked out on. A little non-melanated person walked out on the class. Class had no teacher. It was 30 kids. 30. Maybe 28. I'm really thinking it was 30. Still got all their faces in mind. These were third graders. Third grade is the toughest grade to teach in elementary school because it's literally the year that they learn all the benchmark things, skills, and it's like 90 something of them. I remember this. It was my second year of teaching, y'all. I just had a baby in April. The week he left was literally like maybe a day or two before 9/11. And I got these kids, and I felt so bad for them. I felt bad for myself too. But this group of kids, because they were so out there, y'all. We're talking about millennials. This is 2001. These kids was 8 and 9. I was 23. So, long story short, I remember 30 years just worrying about these kids. There was one child I had to fight. He was as tall as me. I'm 5'10". He was like 5'9". And he was 11 in the third grade, and he didn't know how to read. All these kids had tough families. I'm not blaming their mothers. I'm not blaming their fathers. I'm literally blaming the system that I talk about so much, and I'm getting teary-eyed. I talk about so much on this page about how it fucked us up, and it's time for this shit to stop. And that's why things are so wild, because they're being exposed, and they're stopping, finally. But it's going to be a tough transformation. So anyway, there was this young man, and literally also TikTok brought me back to one of my old students in this class, to being a DC police officer now. Shout out to Officer Green. She was in this class too, and I touched bases with her, asked her about all the kids, and I actually think I remember mentioning this to her about this young man. His name was David Foote. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for putting that out. That's not his name anymore. So I was watching this thing, getting back to the TikToker, because I'm halfway through this. Getting back to the TikToker who was reliving old go-go stuff. Was talking about the group called Check It Gang. Check It Group. Check It Gang. Why am I twisting this up? Check It Gang, the Check It Crew, which is a group of LGBTQ, mostly gay men, gay boys, that started a gang that defended themselves. There was also dolls. I call them dolls. The girls, the trans, and literally the whole movie was about how they took care of themselves. You know, came together, fed each other, stayed with each other, had a place for each other to stay when they got put out. So I looked at Day Day and was like, dang, that's a really handsome man, pretty woman, whatever he prefers to be called. And then when it got to the part where his mother was there, I looked at the mother and was like, I know this lady. And then they was talking about old times with them, and he was like, yeah, times in Woodland. And I said, oh shit, that's the little boy I've been looking for since 2001. The times that I had him, I felt so strong about like taking him home and just loving on him. And it never happened. But nonetheless, he's fine now. When I realized it was him, I came back on TikTok and was like, anybody seen Day Day? And so somebody told me on Solo Dreams page that he is now KK. Now I come fast forward, I get here to work tonight, and my boss is a gay man, really in the life, well known around the city. He's like 50 something. But my other coworker who works before me and I relieve him is also a gay man, and he's like 39. So I said, I know, you ever heard of the Check It Gang? I said, they're like a little bit younger than you, but I know you know them because you're in the life. And he's from Southeast. And I explained the story to him like I am now. He's like, I think I do know him. And he was like, I'm a dig for you. So long story short, I know I don't got a lot of people in here from DC that's like in the hood per se, because I'm just in a whole nother place in life now. But if you are, and you do know, not if you're in the hood, but if you do know Day Day, aka KK now from the Check It crew, please tell him. I went down even Good Harbor Road today, aka Marion Berry Avenue, and looking for the Check It Enterprise. They got a fashion design now. So just want to check in. I'm even if I don't ever find out or talk to him in person, her in person, I'm just happy that you're alive. Okay, I'm happy that you found fashion. I'm happy that you found who you are. I'm happy that you're okay. I also want to shout out, I think his name was Alton or Alston on the movie as well, on the Check It movie. Shout out to Trey too, because I know Trey from somewhere as well as I've seen Skittles down south. Plus, I've seen them all in the Go-Go too. Even the clips, I feel like I was in the Go-Go when they was there. Even though I'm like 14 years older than y'all, I'm very young at heart, and I literally just got out the Go-Go maybe 2022. I don't go as much anymore. If I do, it's the OG Go-Go's. So, yeah, long story short, the guy Austin that was dressed up in the bikini, I believe he was one of my students too, because him and Day Day were this close in the movie, and it was like him and, if I'm getting his name correct, because even though that was 25 years ago that I had this class, it's wild, that was 25 years ago. I'm 48, y'all. I was 23 when I was in that class as a teacher. I feel like Austin favors Day Day's former best friend in the class named Eric, and they both really had tough lives. I went to Eric's house back in the day, and his mother asked me to tear him up for her, and I was like, nah. And when Austin mentioned that he pushed his mother down the steps in the movie, I was like, well, again, I hope his mother's okay, but yeah, it was just the life that all of us live in DC. You don't know the residents of DC. It's not just federal, it's not just local governments. It's real residents, it's real gutter in DC. But it's cleaning up, and we'll be all bettering as soon as we make this transformation. So again, shout out to those who know Day Day. Shout out to Day Day if you ever see this. I'm Miss Alexander, your 3rd grade former teacher. Peace and love. Holla.